I say it every time.
Intro.
Oh, I think you had one.
Da,
No,
da, 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 da. Dream a little dream of me.
There you go. That's a
go.
good one. That's a good intro.
There's the intro, guys. So welcome.
Perfect.
All four of us are here. I'm excited about that part most of all. So I'm glad
I
we're all together
know.
to do this.
Yay.
It's been a while.
The band is back together.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
band is back together for sure.
Totally.
And thank you.
Oh, you're
Channels.
frozen.
I don't think JJ was able to do it, but looks like we're all streaming to our channels. So if y'all want to,
you can thank Mother Nature for me to be here.
right?
And why she's on her phone and not the computer.
Exactly. So you all can move about the internet freely to all of our channels and see what's going on. So
yeah,
how are you guys doing?
Well, it's so good to be back, and still healing, but I'm here. Just got to build back up my lungs.
Everybody's been sending love your way for sure.
And I feel it, you guys. I feel it.
Yeah. Lots of love your way. I find that lung thing with the COVID, to see it, takes a while to work its way out.
It is.
Yeah. It lingers.
Truly a challenge. But I just feel so much. Every day I wake up, I feel better. And so, yeah. That's
So how have you been, Kevin?
I am good, thank you. I am good. It is Sunday. I'm actually off tomorrow, which is... Do we have a troll?
No.
That's real? Okay.
That's real.
And so it begins. Oh my God.
Already, yeah.
This is the regular programming that you've all been missing.
Welcome.
I'm good. I'm going to save something because it's on the heels of that Tina Turner and the forgiveness and me not being separate from that. And what I mean by that will be something that I feel inspired to share at a later point when more kind of information and stuff comes in that. And I know that might be vague, but
it is. I'm like, what in the
so vague? But it's so beautiful how the universe, how spirit supports us.
Yes.
And that's happening to me. And so, sorry for those of you that don't like little teasers.
That was a
sorry, not sorry.
Like, I got this thing that's happening soon. I'll tell you. But anyway, how are you?
I am such a good. I'm like my friends nickname me the Vault because, and then clients through the years, I'm good at not sharing other people's stories, and I realize sometimes I don't share a lot of my own, but I will share. Just not.
Look what Cheryl said. What are you going on about, Kevin?
Exactly, Cheryl. Yeah. Much to do about nothing. Exactly. Okay, next. JJ, how are you?
Be specific.
Totally.
I will be very specific. We won a permit that some people will be on a waiting list for like 8 years for this river. And it's called the Salmon River. And that's where my vacation was supposed to be. Then a forest fire came and it crossed the river. And so that part was canceled. And so we decided to go to the Lower Salmon, which was really beautiful. We spent 3 nights. I came back last night and we just had a little bit of rain. And when we came back to where there was, the connection with Wi-Fi and whatnot, it's like we hear about all of these things. So the Upper Salmon, where we were supposed to go, they had let me see. And then something happened in the middle of the salmon too, where it's like, I guess people got like 6 inches of rain really fast. So there was mudslides, there's forest fires,
Whoa.
and there was a mini earthquake. So
Good.
Good grief.
and none of that touched us. So I am here and I'm really happy. It was 3 days and yeah, got some.
Wow. Glad nothing touched you guys.
And y'all,
Right.
she's if you notice, she's wearing Love Period shirt and using the Freebird spirit. she's
She's an infomercial down there.
commercial for me. So
Yeah. Are you getting royalty? JJ, are you getting royalties on this?
I know. I should get royalties.
Oh my God.
Yay. So if you're interested in any of that merch, check out my website.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have cards back in stock too, Debbie?
Not yet. Sorry about the cards, guys. I know.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like we got some new questions in. Now, remember today, guys, is Dream Stream. So it's it's all anything and everything to do with dreams. So if you have a dream that you've had and you want it interpreted, or if you have questions about what this type of dream thing means, or that type of dream thing means, we're here for that.
And if you could be present for the hour that we are on.
Debbie's back, y'all. Debbie's back.
Right, I'm back now, so you guys remember the rules. So
we were just flailing around when you were gone, Debbie. We were like, "Oh,
yeah."
what?
I think we answered like 2 questions.
Oh my gosh!
Goodness.
So Peace, Love, and Liberty is asking, how can we remember our dreams? I know it gets so frustrating. I think Wayne posted that he had a dream last night that he can't remember, and it's so frustrating. But what I know is if you start in an intentional dream journal, that you will start to remember your dreams. It's crazy because you've set it up that way, and your intention is that. And so you'll wake up and you'll the first time you have your little journal and you're like, the only thing I can remember is a hill with some rocks on it. Write that down. That's okay. If that's what you remember, write it down. And as you build that, your team knows, and you've set this intention in, and all of a sudden you just start remembering your dreams because they know, we can get through this way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. That's good info. I find too, when I wake up, if I ask myself immediately, how do I feel? It can prompt, because often emotion is being worked through the subconscious. And so that prompt of how do I feel as soon as I wake up can sometimes trigger, because I have a tough time recalling my dreams as well. I really do. And so I find that for me has worked to instantly tune into how I feel. And then I'm often taken back to the dream. So
there you go. Yeah.
With me, I remember it throughout the day. Little things will happen throughout the day that'll kind of skirt on the edge of a deja vu and an actual reference to my dream. It's like, no, that was my dream.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to almost like go, oh, was that real? Or like, was that a dream?
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep.
It's wild. And doing this show has actually helped me pay more attention. I mean, like I said, this is stuff that I've kind of done all along, but now I'm really paying close.
She's now dreaming. She just went into dream state, y'all.
You keep freezing in it. It's like,
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You went into dream state. This is what it looked like.
You were like,
well, I thought I'd give you a live example. I like to work with the people.
You're such a jury out.
Rendezvous and JJ says a little voice recorder right
Yes.
next to helps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good one.
All right. I'll hand it over to our true host, Lisa.
Oh, let me get her. No. All right. Let's see here. Carol Lamb in there said that hers was long. She wanted to email me the dream. So I
Oh my
told her, go
God.
ahead and email it. We'll see what's going on. If it's
Oh,
something.
cool.
All right. Here, we'll just go with this. Jody, I hope you're here.
Oh
Jody.
yeah. So if you put a dream in for us to look at, please stay. We're only here for an hour. You got this. You can do it.
And that's 45 minutes. So
We've been chit-chatting. It's now 45 minutes.
so hi Jody.
Hi,
I hope
Jody.
you're here. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Yay.
Jody says, I often have dreams that revolve around people and places I don't know or recognize. I even hear very short daydreams of the same. It's never the same people. I'm so curious about this. Any insight?
I instantly get past life.
Yeah.
Past life, Jody. Many of them.
Yeah.
Do you ever have deja vu?
That's kind of what she was like. These short daydreams kind of remembered. It reminded me of deja vu too, JJ.
Same.
A lot of time, Mark. I just saw Mark pop in. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
I sent you an email, Mark. Okay. Okay. So Jody, a lot of times, so our guides will use many things to bring forward messages or help you know that you're not alone, or other things in regards to connecting with us through our dreams. Also traveling, right? So a lot of times we'll travel and hook up in that dream state. Also, we'll use past life scenarios to bring forward messages that you need to today. So even though you're having a dream and you're like, I don't recognize any of these people or places, there's messages in that in regards to this lifetime. So let's say you are waiting, you're anticipating a message and you're concerned about it and like that in regards to someone in your life that, whatever, they're going to use past life things as well to bring forward that message or healing or whatever needs to happen in your sleep state. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. What's so interesting about that is the light bulb went on for me as I was sharing before. I had a couple sessions before this live, and so I opened my Akashic records, which is interesting, and I didn't close them, so they are still open. So that's really curious about that I went to the past life, and that was the first question. And somebody else up there asked, I can't remember who it was, but can we dream about past life? So absolutely yes. I got the lay of the lines, which is the ancestral wisdom. And to me, that is the energy of that past life. And I think what's really beautiful is remembering that this is the most important life. And so in that energy of drawing from the things that really serve us from past life that will be helpful in this life, I got the fresh approach, the clear endeavor and culmination of a vision. And so I feel that sometimes with the not recognizing the characters, if you will, or the places, it goes into that energy of this fresh approach. So you drawing the good parts of those past lives to really help you and propel you in this life. And so, yeah, kind of new energy, new beginnings, new outlook for you, Jody.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
JJ?
I did. I got the symbol, and I'm assuming it means backwards. I don't know if you can see it.
No, we can see it.
Okay. And they said it's times, past lives, and it's they're saying this might be up to hang on, 2 wants to speak. The stories are coming together from the different lives. Like in alignment. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but they say once there's the alignment of the lives, it kind of goes, it passes each other again, as if we're kind of in like the eclipse, the full eclipse. And they were just saying that this will be happening where these waves of light that'll be washing over us from, maybe things we don't remember or recall right now, but we will.
Mm.
I was thinking of deja vu things as well. I was also wondering if any of those characters could be your guides also. But I pulled 2 cards, and one of them says inner journey, and the other says past, present, future, which I think is cool. And, time is so the continuum. It's just, it's like it overlaps upon itself, right? So there's something about that. It's like your inner journey. I think it's literally your movement through all of the lives, everything. And it's really cool. And it makes me feel like you got some little hidden treasures in there for yourself when you wake up. So, and I am horrible at journaling. I admit it all the time, but I really encourage you to start writing this stuff down, because I think you're going to really get some gems out of your dreams. Feels really deep. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've got.
Cool.
I don't know who wants to go next.
I think Kevin's next.
I already. Oh, to choose a. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go with.
Thank you, Captain Morgan.
Actually, that's so funny. That's funny you said that. I've been having dreams of my father William and my sister Nicole in Southern California. Sometimes it starts as my father's house, then shifts to somewhere else. Was there another part to this or no? Did I miss?
Okay.
I'm looking. I don't know. Is he saying anything yet? I don't see a second part.
Okay.
And is Dad in spirit and your sister here, Captain Morgan? Or both here?
So a lot of times, Captain Morgan, and see if this resonates with you in regards to the stream, my stepmother starting speaking to me, she passed. Yes, they are here, he says.
Okay, they're both here, yeah.
Well, so you're speaking of your dad's house. Sometimes that represents something within you, something from the past. And you start there. So it's like a narrative from the past that continues to come up. The thing I like about this is you start out there, but then you shift to somewhere else. So there's something to that. So there's something to the
Mhm.
past narrative that you are working through here that keeps presenting itself. What I like to see here, though, is that that it doesn't hold you captive there. But it is there. There's something there. So when you think about your dad, what is that characteristic when you think of him? What's the first characteristic that comes to mind?
Unknown, interesting.
No, I don't know what that means. He doesn't have
Maybe
a character.
I'm not sure. I'm kind of uncertain of what it looks like relationship wise, maybe. Oh yeah, he stopped talking to me with no reason. That's so interesting.
Oh, okay. So
Got it. I can go if that.
yeah, go ahead.
Instantly, I wrote down, I was drawn to the roots. So I picked up the red pen and I wrote down the trust and safety. Interesting enough, I got the dream card and the transformation. And in the transformation, got the reconciliation card, the skywriting, so opportunity for like new narrative and revelation. So I feel like this one's really trying to assist and not only, I'm going to actually say this, I wouldn't be surprised if they're having similar dreams. It feels collective in an effort to have revelation and reconciliation is what I'm getting. So
It's
it's
been
almost,
17 years
Hmm.
that his sister and his father.
Wow.
And do you want me just to finish my? So I pulled cards on this as well to get more information. But you see the death and the magician card coming in, and so it is about that ending. Like it keeps coming in, that narrative, that thing, that room keeps presenting itself within you. Even though you're talking about your dad's house, it's a room within you that you've kept stored, and that narrative of like what has happened here. So that's why it keeps, and you're wanting to manifest a change in that, and so and bring enlightenment and bring change, and that coming back together. So that's what's happening in your sleep.
Hmm.
You want to go, JJ?
Yeah. Again, they're showing what they were talking about with Jody. It's just something they really put an importance on today. Is they were showing back the past lives and then the waves, and then there's the question mark of what happens after the past lives and the waves of time with the eclipse. And Captain Morgan, they showed me black sand with sparkles, which when I think of black sand with sparkles, I'm like, oh, that's like so magical. It reminds me of the galaxy. I do know that black sand is really hot when it's in the sun, so it's better at like at nighttime, and this is the mainstream. So it's like I feel as if you're really being in this galaxy, this coolness of, and being like the sleepwalk, the dream walk. And they said that in your case with the past time and the waves, the eclipse, and what comes after, they say like you're anxious to know more about that, but there's more of, it's not like anxious like anxiety, it's more of like wonderment and childlike, and you know, that you're ready for. But then when I think it was Kevin, the roots, they're saying that they showed me the great like their tree, showed me the roots, eclipse happens of these timelines, that there will be these root a few. before we go on to the next.
Mm.
Mm.
And I want to say that you all mentioned two words that really hit upon what I was getting over here. One of you, roots. You all keep bringing up the roots. I got the Seven of Pentacles, and she's planting, and there's something about those roots. And I think a lot of this is your personal growth, regardless of whatever that situation was for you and how it's affecting you today. Those kinds of things, they kind of make us who we are now, right? So I think you've been able to be strong enough to build upon that, and you are still, when you're in your dream state, you're trying to come to terms with that, because I got the Knight of Swords, and it's got this magical creature on here, and that was the other word that I was thinking of, because JJ was talking about the magical sparkly black sand. There's something about the quick movement of this card. I think that the fact that those ties felt so broken for you, it took the rug out from under you. And I think that's the swiftness of it. And this is really cool. I got the Three of Pentacles, and that could be the three of you guys. But it's actually got that kind of woven connection. It's like that connection is still there, whether you are aware of it or not. I think that there is I think everybody's thinking about everybody is where I'm going with this. And I did write down regarding the movement of you're in the house and then you're somewhere else. I wrote down location doesn't matter. It's more about substance behind it. And there's something about the fluidity of your dream that you need to pay attention to. So that's what I got.
Ooh, I like that. That's a tough one.
Yeah. It was surprising, he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People keep going on. And so they're saying that there's going to be a moment of power when these things eclipse or aligns temporarily. That's going to be really very important historic event. So they're saying they love that we do the dream and we put importance on the dream. That they're just very happy, Lisa, this topic.
So JJ, when you talk, you need to get a little closer to your phone.
Oh, okay. They were just saying that there's a moment of power when the dream time from the past and the present eclipse. When our time like eclipses and they temporarily, there's power for us collectively, and they really want to make sure that that we're aware of like how powerful we are, and that it's going to be like historic, and that they're really happy that Lisa chose this subject so we can explore our dreams and be more familiar with them.
Nice. Awesome.
I guess JJ can't choose, so
Right.
Okay.
So you want me to choose? I'll go next.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Or did you have one? Oh, you
I
have.
didn't know if you all wanted me to read the.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that one.
All right, Carol, I hope you're still here. All right, it's not too long. She did want to preface it with she's able to change her dream direction if she doesn't like what's going on. I love that because I do that too. That's great. Not many people say that. Okay. She said, forget what it's called, but it's lucid dreaming. You're a lucid dreamer, definitely. All right, here we go. She said, I was being hunted by a serial killer. In my dream, I told myself this was a recurring dream, but I don't ever remember this one before. He had an accomplice, and they were both dumb as a box of rocks. I was able to evade both of them numerous times until I finally started to wake up and told myself, that's enough of that dream. I'm waking up for good. It was 2:34 a.m., and I've been up since. Laugh out loud. All right. I'll just keep it if you all want to ask if I read too fast.
I think you read it a little fast for me.
Okay. I was being hunted by a serial killer. In my dream, I told myself this was a recurring dream, but I don't ever remember this one before. He had an accomplice, and they were both dumb as a box of rocks. I was able to evade both of them numerous times until I finally started to wake up and told myself that's enough of that dream. I'm waking up for good. It happened at 2:34 a.m. and she's been up ever since.
Why does the box of rocks stands out to me the most in that?
Yeah.
I'm like past life as a rock. And
First thing I wrote down, like, rocks aren't dumb.
yeah, no, there's significance around this rock. And I say that jokingly, but there is the possibility of having lifetimes of being a rock, literally. All things. They're not putting any boundary upon. And I think there's a theme of these past lives that are also a part of this. Which is interesting. So faraway places, again, in that dream, and then this sacred contract, covenant, sacred contract, that stands out. And then the time that you woke up, was it 234?
234. And someone in chat said that sounds like a progression of some sort.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Jane said that.
And what stands out to me is people's stupidity continuing to disrupt your path, and you're having to maneuver around other people's stupidity, and it's a serial thing that keeps happening again and again. It's just like, I'm done with this. I'm done with my path being disrupted by other people's stupidity. That's what rang out to me. Now, they keep trying to trip you up and make your life more miserable. But that was the first initial thing that came out for me. But I'm going to look at this more. Usually if someone's after you in a dream as well, if you just want to do the specific symbols of it, it's kind of like, okay, so what's happening in my life right now? What's chasing me right now? What's trying to really trip me up right now? So Carol says, "Oh, Debbie, that is so true." It's interesting that there's two people, two different.
And one was a serial killer, and then there was the accomplice. It's
The
like
accomplice,
there's a little sidekick, right?
So there's one that's really, really disrupting you, but there's a sidekick too. That and also being aware of, they're trying to cheat you from something, right? So they're trying to take something from you or cheat you with thinking that you're unaware of their behavior. So be aware of that as well. But you're aware of the behavior. Yeah. Anybody else?
I'm dying to jump in off of what you said just now.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I got the 7 of Swords, little deception going on. Even the fact that I think it's interesting because I know what that feels like to convince yourself, is it a dream? Is it not a dream while you're dreaming? even that in itself was deceptive. You got thrown off, and it kind of makes me feel more about you feeling this way. I think there's something going on in your present life
Mm-hmm.
that's on your mind, and you're actually pushing it. You're rejecting whatever this is. It's the equivalent of you saying, it's a dream. It's a dream. There's something in your waking life where you're like, it's a dream. I'm going to ignore it. I think that there's something you need to pay
Oh,
closer
good point.
attention to when you're awake that's going on in your world. And I got the Four of Pentacles too. And it's it feels opposite of this Seven of Swords to me, because that's kind of a thievery kind of a deal, deception. And then this is really holding things of value close to you. So there's some offset with that. Your turf is being disturbed and it's pissing you off. That's kind of what I'm feeling over here. But that's all I got.
Did you read what she wrote here?
No.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. It almost
Okay.
I can't tune into I don't feel threatened with the I'm not trying to downplay being hunted and having an accomplice in that, but it almost seems laughable in that. And the energy, it's interesting. I got the death card and the doubt card. And it feels like, for me, the rocks stand out more, the time stands out more. It's like these symbols or signs that you're being shown to kind of just move past and let go. And I think the interesting part where you were able to say, I can't remember if you said this is reoccurring or this isn't. Either way, your ability to transfer that into consciousness in your life feels like a great opportunity. There seems to be a parallel in that. So how they're kind of just keeping it simple for me, there feels like this simplicity around it.
And it was a little bit of both, because she said, in my dream, I told myself this was a recurring dream, but I don't ever remember this one before.
Yeah, and that's a curious energy. In
That is.
Mm.
So is this a pattern? And interesting. So much here, Carol.
I know.
All right, JJ is going to talk.
Okay, I'm going to talk. I'm closer now. I'm closer to the phone.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, JJ?
I'm like, why am I not outside if I could be on my phone? Okay, so they were telling me, so it's got like that Grim Reaper, like professional ender, as far as like the serialness of it goes. So I'm like, okay, so there's a professional ender with like, the Grim Reaper feel, but they're like tripping over themselves because, they're just not very good at, it's almost as if they're tailing you in these dreams, in this dream time. And it's like, you want to break free from them tailing you, but it's not going to be difficult because it doesn't feel super serious. Like it's not like they're super focused on you. And so I was like, well, is this about death? And they're like, no, this is about living. And it makes sense to me when you're talking about those two people who like frequency, they just don't align with what you're going on with your life right now. And I think it's about living, and I think it's about, for all of us, like, what can we adjust slightly to, live better, to live in the frequency, of love. And it doesn't sound like those two people in your life are, one, very smart, and two, they're not very good at tailing you, because you know exactly from what you wrote, like, who they are in your life. So I say good luck with that, and I'm happy that your dreams are guiding you there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm also supposed to ask, my people keep going on about the eclipse. They want me to ask everybody to think about like when the eclipse will happen. And it's not like there's a right or wrong question. They just want me to ask, like, when would you think this would be happening? Just to put it out there collectively, the eclipse of the timelines. it doesn't have to be an answer right now.
Nice. And thanks for sending that email so that we could do that. That was a good one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hi, Richie.
Hi, Richie.
I had 3 separate dreams with ETs. When will the information reasons for these dreams reveal themselves?
3 separate dreams. I heard November. Not till November.
When will these dreams reveal themselves? That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's going to turn into a mini series.
Ooh,
That's
it's
interesting.
going to become more clear in November.
Yeah. What? That was comical. I couldn't hold back the giggle. Oh, that's interesting.
I do feel a type of preparation going on here. Preparing. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I got a flashback of I mean, it's nothing creepy. I was actually thinking about the Poltergeist movie. You know, where they're like, "We're here."
Yes.
I heard "We're here."
Yeah.
I saw that yesterday. Little
Did you
girl
really?
on one of the things. Yes.
That's
I
funny.
literally saw that where she like answers the phone.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the series, Debbie, too, which is interesting because you said 3, Richie, and then I got the number 6 card and the number 9 card. It does feel to be continued. And the interesting number 9 is Treasure Island. And I know your connection to the island, Richie. And the listening. Keep listening. Yeah.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey Peck.
Hi, Jeff.
They dropped me off in one, and in another they touched my heart, touched my heart in another, and just a full knowing in the last one.
Wow.
You can see how this progression is happening.
I get it.
It's more of a visitation than a dream, is what I'm sensing as well. It's a visitation and a preparation. Yeah. And I'm also hearing the word channeling. Okay.
I'm not getting anything beyond what I said.
Yeah, I get more in that channeling your own development, your own mediumship, your own psychic abilities. And I don't know how to say this, but is it garnet? But is it spessartine garnet? Orange color? Am I making that up?
You totally just made up a whole.
I was going to say serpentine, but not. It's like spessartine. Someone.
The supercalifragilistic.
Yes, the S garnet, and I see it as being orangish.
I'll look it up for you.
Oh yeah,
JJ pulled her phone close, so I feel like
Yeah, I got tangerine for Carol. That's so interesting that you got orange. I forgot to say there's like this deep dive for Carol going on right now, and it has like the essence of tangerine. It's like fresh, happy. Orange is my favorite color. So we just went camping and like everything was orange. My kids are like, "Why is everything orange?" And I'm like, "Because I ordered it." It's my favorite color. So Richie, they're doing the word play with me. So you said reveal, and they said revel in it. They say that you're surrounded by it. It's through you. It's around you. And they said the word starshine. And they also they presented you with these high tops that have the wings. I forget which Greek, which was the the person with is it Perseus? I can't remember who has the flying shoes. But yeah, starshine, and it's all around you.
Archimedes?
I don't know.
That came out of nowhere. I don't even know if that's right.
Spessartine?
Broccoli? What?
Oh my gosh. Synchronicity is drinking tangerine tea.
Oh, stop it.
Oh my gosh. What's up with the orange?
Hermes? Apollo?
Zeus?
Oh my goodness. Well,
Caroline?
I feel like it's important for Richie to get like a calcite or something orange stone. Get a crystal. Get an orange crystal, Richie. Something about the energy. Yep.
It is a thing, y'all.
Jordans, maybe.
It is called spessartine. It's red, orange, and yellow. Red, orange, or yellow. That's interesting.
Well, there you go. I couldn't find it.
What is that all about? Now I'm in like the rabbit hole.
Anyways, I would definitely start bringing some of those energies around. Yeah. If you haven't already. All right. Someone else's turn. Oh, I think it's Kevin's turn.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh, is
Kevin.
it?
Mm-hmm.
And this might be the last one.
What?
I don't know.
What?
We got 10 minutes though. I don't know. I forgot how long. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, just go to that one. Oh,
Hermes.
done it.
Hermes. That's who I was thinking of.
Tracy Clayton.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. The overarching theme of almost all my dreams seems like a conflict relived with a different outcome. Like I'm guiding what's happening, all real people from my life. Tracy, are you still here?
Yes, she is.
Wonderful.
Let's see.
They took me back to that at the beginning when I said about when you wake up to be in that instant reflection, ask yourself how you feel in that moment. And I'm curious if you can recall how you felt once you woke up in them.
So I don't mean to laugh here, Tracy, but it just reminds me of something I would be doing. I'll even wake up talking out the problem out loud. Yeah. So you do a lot of work in your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You do meet up with your team. It's almost like you have a little round table. They're showing me you like at the round table, working stuff out, growing, learning in that sleep time. If you wake up tired a lot, it makes sense to me because you do all this work. The one thing I kind of was chuckling about, I feel like in the past few months that you have been meeting up with your spirit team and wanting to change something in your contract. You're like, I want to take that off. I don't want that on my contract. I want to, like, okay, let's say it said that you were going to run out of gas or something. And you just didn't want to, I'm making that up. And you didn't want to deal with that. You've figured out a way to negotiate your contract while you're in the contract, while you're here. And so I feel like you are a strong player within your own life and kind of navigating and pushing for some shifts in your contract. And that's why I was giggling. I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds like something I would want to do. I didn't even know you could do that, but that's what they were showing me.
I'm gonna go. Okay, so they had me write the word overreaching, and I'm like, overreaching? I'm like, that kind of sounds, not so great that they're overreaching. And they're like, no, you're reading it wrong. And it's like overreaching, like you're reaching over there. And they said that it's a skill to overreach over there. So yeah, they're definitely saying that you have a hand in the outcome. Is what they're saying. And it's a skill.
And it's a skill. See, that's why we're not all doing that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Cortisol, I want to renegotiate.
Right. It's almost like the energy of, but not in the traditional that they're saying. If it's funny they say that word, but the energy of like a walk-in. And I know a little bit of the history there with Tracy, but it's work related for sure. I got the community card, I got the support card, I got the purpose card, and I got the relationship card. And this again, I think it was in one of them at the beginning as well. It might have been that I can't remember which one it was, but that energy of revelation. So within your own ability.
Is she really good manifester? Like,
Yeah.
Like that would make so much sense.
Yeah. And so it's hard to put into words for me. It's hard to put into words, but it's very multidimensional. And so sometimes there just isn't words. But go Tracy.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do you think it was like she pre-contracted that she would be able to change?
Yeah, and that's that walk-in part where it's
that's
like
how they work. Yeah, that's right.
That's a great way of saying it.
I've just never run into this before, Tracy. So this is new to me.
It's really neat because I'll see people like who are a scribe, and I'll see people who like that's their thing and that's their thing. And it's like you came through as the editor. You're the one who edits, that changes the story by overreaching.
I've got a card that made me feel like that exactly because I got the 3 of inspiration. It's got this domino effect. It's like the dominoes were set up for you.
Oh my gosh.
And you're able to knock them down as you wish in each scenario, and they get set back up. And it's like you're going over and over again, knocking these dominoes down in the order you think they should go, and then they get set back up.
Wow.
That's happening. And the community was mentioned. I got 10 of materials, which is 10 of pentacles. Like, let's call this all the players in your dreams.
Oh, wow.
They're really working with you. They're not working against you. So try to think of it that way. And I got the Hanged Muse in this deck. It's the Hangman. But I think all these dreams are really trying to get you to see everything from a different angle, different perspective when you get these dreams. I love that editing thing. And that feels so, it makes sense to me. I like it.
I think she is an editor. It says, oh, wow, that's my job too.
Oh, okay.
No way.
It's pretty cool.
You know what's really powerful? I love that card with the dominoes. I know Tracy. I actually know Tracy, and she's fine with me sharing this part. The space in there was literally where she actually went. She spent a month in a coma, y'all. And so that space dominoes was your reconnection in that. They rewired you, girl.
And you did negotiate some stuff.
Yeah, she's a copywriting editor. Yeah,
some shish kebabs you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wowza.
Tracy. And so you continue now that you have that door and you have that ability that most of us don't. You're like, I love it.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's super cool.
That's a good place to end.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
That's
in
a
that
fun one.
energy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I have things to edit, y'all.
But yeah, thanks guys, everybody, for being here for this, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Lisa, for stepping in,
Mhm.
making it happen for us this week.
Absolutely. No
Mhm.
worries. And we'll figure out what the next move is on our couch tour because we don't know, guys. So
Well, we have, yeah, because there's a lot of people going out of town and then lots of things happening in the next month or so. So, I guess just look for the bell, as this next month, we get through this next month.
mhm.
But we love you and
Yes, smoochies and
love
hugs.
this time with you and hanging out, and just continue to um, uplift each other in spirit. And we'll see you all the next time, eh?
Have a good week, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.